Welcome to the long-range forecast for you as a Sagittarian, taking you through to the end of August 2017. This month of August sees an exciting and rare total solar eclipse make landfall on the US mainland. And as it arrives, it loosely forms a wonderfully supportive grand trine with retrograde Saturn and Uranus. And with Venus moving opposite Pluto in T-square with Jupiter, itself the focus of several triangles formed as Saturn trines with the Sun and Mars, even Mercury turning retrograde will find it hard to spoil this celestial party. Now here is a forecast that Jonathan recorded that will help guide you through these events.
The eclipse, which, whether you see it or not, whether you live in a part of the world where it can be seen, whether you live there and you don't even bother to look up and notice it, will have its impact on you as it's having its impact on everyone. And it's basically saying, wake up, human race, times are changing, things are happening which have needed to happen and which can only be for the ultimate good of all of us. And now we need to change our expectations, and now we need to be more open and more willing to learn and more willing to be happy, and less willing to accept the forces and factors which make us unhappy and to promote unhappiness and to pass unhappiness on from person to person by passing on at the same time the judgments, the expectations, the behavioural patterns which have shaped our lives so far. So what has this got to do with you? Well, everything really, because if you think about what the symbolism of an eclipse is all about, it's a kind of cosmic crisis. It's about the moon blotting out the light of the sun. And what it's doing in your life is it's doing it in the part of your chart which governs faith. And so what we see is a kind of crisis of faith happening in your world. Something which you once had tremendous faith in, you no longer feel able to trust or to rely on. You will soon go through, if you're not already going through, some doubt, some uncertainty, some real soul searching, and there will have to be a period of review, and it will not be comfortable. Faith doesn't seem like the kind of thing in which there ever ought to be a crisis of, because faith is something which ought to be permanent. If we believe in something or someone, if we care about some issue or some factor, if something means something to us, and surely that's got to be a permanent state of affairs. And yet, without the occasional crisis, there is no growth, there is no understanding, there is no positive movement forward, and there is no sympathy or empathy with those whose faith is not so powerful. Something inside you is weakening so that it can be strengthened. Something inside you is being reconstructed. First, it has to be deconstructed. That's what's happening. And it's incredibly positive and powerful. And it has ramifications and implications at every level in your life, financially, emotionally, with regards to your career, your creativity, your domestic situation. The implication is that once you settle on a new and more realistic and more meaningful association with that factor in your life which means so much to you, then will come the stability from which you can go forth and build with confidence and with great success that which next needs to happen. And it is all starting to happen. But before it starts to happen, something else has to stop happening. That's the symbolism of the eclipse, and that's the way in which it's working in your life. So if there is doubt, and if there is a feeling of great apprehension or uncertainty or confusion or lack of clarity, let it come, ride it, and let it go, and it will go. And what it will be replaced with is something which is more wholehearted than ever before, more meaningful, more fulfilling, and more able to be of benefit to you as you become more able to be of benefit to others, because something in your world which was based on an assumption before now is based on a conviction which cannot be shattered or shaken.